Hi all. In this video, we are going to present a paper called Histogram of Gradients for Human Detections. This is one of the famous for object detections, and this paper says that for a not well illuminated and cluttered background image, human detections or object detection is a huge challenging task. Uh, for the reason that it's very difficult to get a robust feature sets. So this paper addresses that challenge by producing a robust feature set from a method called a histogram of oriented gradient. And once that using that methodology, that features are extracted, we can use any classifier. Here they are used any linear simplistic linear SVM classifier to identify the whether that image has that particular object or not. And also they verified those this algorithm on a MIT pedestal test set. So the basic idea is similar to the paper that we introduced earlier, that SIFT paper, where they try to compute, where they try to use Gaussian kernels to identify the maximum and minimum locations, and also they use the Gaussian kernels to compute the gradient and the uh, orientations. So similarly here, this paper also they try to compute at every local patches. They try to identify what are the gradients and edge directions. And once those things are computed, they try to uh, formulate a histogram of those gradients. And they what they claim is this histogram of gradients itself will necessarily can give you a good representation for that image, not necessarily to identify where the key location, that so that gradient and edge location has to be identified. So they take a local patches, they compute through the local 1D histogram of gradients, and they collect it and make a histogram. That histogram itself can give you a well representation for representing that image. Through that representations or feature vectors, and that we can use any classifier. Here a simplistic SVM can be utilized to identify whether we have a human detections or not human detections. So the methodology is just pictorially represented in this image one. So we try to compute the gradients and make a histogram of that. Histogram is well represented to feature vectors, and that feature vectors are given into this SVM classifier, and then this SVM classifier can able to identify through this feature vectors, which is robust for any image which may be cluttered with background or will not have a various variance in illuminations, to identify whether that image has a person or non-persons. Hopefully, we'll come up with the next video. Thank you.